By the way, I hit the record button, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about anything. That's just so I can post this so peeps can watch it later. But you know what they say, the early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese. We're going into the closet, we're shutting the door. It's as if there's one doorway after the next, inward rather than outward. Okay, it's time to feel our feels. It's that thing we do. Breathe what you feel. Feel what you breathe. No rush. Be with yourself. Let's think of emotions as air moving through an instrument like a saxophone or a flute. So many different emotions that we can play, but there's an underlying essence, which is the breath or the wind. Can you feel that? Can you go deeper than whether it's elation or boredom or anger or excitement? Can you feel what underlies that? Okay, really big, deep inhale, feeling all of it, encompassing all of it. Exhale, let it go, empty out. We are, in fact, calm, peaceful souls. Where does a wave go when it dissolves back into the ocean? Good. Little movements of your fingers and toes. Color your body with what you like. Good. Arms up to the ceiling. Gentle stretch up over your head. Gentle. Nothing terribly extreme today, at least not until later. And it's okay to put a little smile on your face because happiness is a choice. I read on a bumper sticker the other day. Writhe around a little bit. Good. Draw your knees in for a little knee hugging and back rolling. Intoxicatedturtles.com, rolling around on their back. There are some tortoises that if they turn over, they're done for, but before they croak, they roll around on their back and enjoy it. And the only thing that can save them is if somebody turns them over. Other way, in this respect, we're much like turtles. Other turtles will do it, lest they hate the turtle. Okie doke. On that inspiring note, let's sit up together and get even more spiritual, shall we? Touchdown, football Sunday. Yay, let's get this yoga out of the way so we can watch football and drink beer and watch commercials, shall we? Sure is good to see my friends. Happy Sunday. What a nice turnout. The theme of today's class is, oh man, being present, joyful, and happy. Okay. All right. So there. So go. Close your eyes. Feel that inner percolating presence of being. Now, I ask people sometimes and they go, "What are you talking about? That inner percolating presence of being?" And but if you get people to calm down a little bit, they'll begin to say, "Yeah, I can feel something like that." But yogis, that's a very consistent sort of presence on the inside. So with your eyes closed, feel that effervescent, carbonated, percolated sense of being. And then see if you can hold still for a moment. It's as if, it's as if. And by golly, there it is right there, that presence of being that's normally drowned out in the caterwauling cacophony of your consciousness. It's nice to connect to this presence of being, but we well know there are far more important things to do, details and logistics and tune-ups and taking care of people. A great yogi once said, if you don't have 15 minutes a day to spend with God in meditation, then you need 30 minutes a day. Now bring the attention, the feels of your breathing to the tippy most of your nose. And our noses are filters, aren't they? They filter the breath in and release it out. And the big secret of today's class is not a secret, and that is there's bliss in between the thoughts, in the gap. But now when the soul connects to spirit, it's such a good time to pray. The channel is open. So how about hands to the heart? And I invite you to say a prayer for the thing most wanted or needed in your life right now. Good. Stir in a few tablespoons of faith, belief, positive expectancy. It's on the wayness. In fact, you can already feel it. You feel a sense of expectancy, gratitude, thankfulness, anticipation. Okay, pause back on your knees. We'll chant Om to send the prayer throughout the entire universe, and then we'll begin doing. Inhale. Feel that. Lose your mind. Okay, let's move through a carefully curated sequence of movements designed to bring about the good stuff. Rotate them shoulders around. Some joint juice, some yin, and some restorative yoga. 6, 7, 8. Otra dirección, por favor. Warm up them knees. Enjoy your physical spacesuit. 7, 8. Angelic movements of our arms. There's just something about getting together with your tribe and all moving together in a synchronous, elegant, rhythmic, balanced, peaceful fashion. Your left brain gets you here, and then your right brain takes over. That's the best thing our left brain can do for us, is to kind of point us in the right direction rather than the wrong direction. Good. Now this time, when your palms come in, please leave them at your side. Drop your chin, close your eyes. Make ujjayi breathing, that soft, whispery, beautiful sound at the back of your throat. Feel that internal percolating presence of being. We have a valve on the inside of us that will either open to that presence or shut it off. You kind of want your hands on that valve. Those who learn to open that valve get more, and those who don't get less. Arms forward, arms out. Swirculate back, way back here. Brush that kidneys. Let's say it together, kitty cats. We are calm and peaceful souls. In my family, when we grew up, we all got together every day, mom, dad, everybody, and we all just prayed and chanted, "We are calm and peaceful souls." And we lived happily ever after. Arms out. Good. And then palms on the floor. Now push into your hands and kind of waddle your buns back a little bit. And then just come forward about, let's say, a third of the way, 1/3. In other words, not 11, but 3. Every pose is a prayer. Relax your shoulders. Good. Now, inhale, look forward. Just imagine your spine getting a little longer. Exhale and maybe a little further, right? Just about to the boundary between where you can easily go and where you easily can't. And the world's best masseur or massager has their beautiful hands on their neck, back, and shoulders and relaxing your neck, that pinched place that seems to never let go. There's a term for muscles that do that. It's called hypertonic. And when they turn hypertonic, muscles actually turn to something akin to bone. We might call it petrifying. So relax there. Life is what happens when we're busy making other plans. Okay, come on up, kitty cats. Lace your hands and draw your soft, smooth thumbs down the side of your neck. What does this do? Well, in technical terms, it's soothing and it feels good. If you need more than that, you got too smart. A lot of us got too smart. 6, 7, 8. Okay, take your opposable thumbs underneath the corner of your jaw. The key is to push in a little bit, and then that kind of drops your face down into your hands. And then yoga term, smush around with your thumbs, dig in. I'm rooting for you. It feels wild, wacky, weird, wonderful, and alien all in one. Go a little higher, go a little lower. The unexamined throat is not worth living in. Good, now hold steady pressure. Face is relaxed. I call it wearing 2 octopi. The unusually happy for no reason. No, I need a reason. I need a new car. Okie doke. All right. Right fingertips, back corner. Tilt pumpkins right. Now I'm going to come by and put a sandbag on each shoulder. Drop a chin a little. Now the key to this pose, the linchpin, the sine qua non for my Latin friends, is to relax your mouth. Can we please get on to the next pose? Were you born a patient person? Do you love waiting in lines at the supermarket? Do you count how many items other people have? Yogananda, the great yoga sage, says everybody's driving as fast as they can to get to the cemetery. Good, and then click pumpkins back up. Self-care at its best. And then tilt coconuts left. Drop a chin. Drooling with mouth soft. Eyes closed. Standing on the back of a whale, fishing for minnows. The irony. All right, and then compass needles back north. And just 4 neck rolls at half speed. 2, 3, 4. Other way. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now relax your head down and humble your head down, your brain down to your heart. Okay, sufficient. Other way. Waddle your hips back. Please start, if you would, by coming about a third of the way down. Every pose has the tincture of time added to it. Turn the searchlights inward. What are the searchlights? The 5 senses, of course. Feel inside, look inside, smell inside, listen inside, taste inside. Go to the origin of senses. The great yogis say that when we get to the origin of the senses rather than the far end of them, we actually connect to the greatest feelings and senses imaginable rather than scraping around in the world for them. Good. Now from fingertips, slightly longer spine, and just a smudge further down. Relax your beautiful hair. Shake your shag a little bit. I'm tickling, I'm coaxing, I'm poking, I'm prodding, I'm inviting you over to the right side of your brain where the blue whales swim around. Good. 15 seconds of pure, perfect stillness, not a wiggle, fidget, movement, wobble. You can do it. Okie doke. Come on up. Okay, and then return to original cross. Lean into your hands. To me, there's something so interesting about that place between where you can move and where you can't move yet, who you are and who you're becoming, that precipice, that boundary line. It seems like such a fascinating place to play life. Good. Now walk them out a little bit, a little leftish, a little rightish. Isn't there something about rocking that feels soothing and calming? Didn't you like being rocked as a kid? I did, a little left and right before you were thrown out the window. It was so soothing. Sufficient. Come out. Roll them out. Other way. Good. Now shake your cares and worries away. The body stores stuff up, doesn't it? Isn't it very much like a sponge? And yoga is such a nice way of wringing out the old and bringing in the new. Flippy flops. Cup your hands at your most beautiful heart. Drop your chin. Please, if you would, connect the visceral feeling of your head, thinking, your heart, feeling, and your hands, action. Merge, meld those together like three Venn diagrams, all perfectly intersecting. Good. Feels good. All right. Now we have to stretch our wrists the other way, right? So you guys, don't you guys turn around, but note that my thumbs are on the inside and just lay your fingernails down on the floor and walk your hands back a little. Stretch your chest forward. And you can relax your head back, mild, medium, or circus performer. You could even lift your hips, but your wrists might say, that's a terrible idea. But this is palmar flexion of your wrists. And I'm sorry if you don't like it. Some people can lift their hiney all the way to heaven and they still have the full factory installed range of motion. Most of us have lost a little. Would you vote for this pose? Okay, and then walk your hands back in. Judge me not harshly for that one. Inhale up, kitty mittens. Exhale out. Now make yoga fists for strong wrists. You never know when we might see those other yogis and have to do a little West Side Story thing with them. Lay your fists on the floor. Now we're neither plantar or palmar flexing our wrists. We have our fists down, which is a stronger stabilizing feel. Now we can rocket hips to the moon and rocket ships to the moon. Your head can go back a little or a lot. Grind groins upwards. Please to sink down. Switch to cross. Keep fists down and lifting. It's an uplifting experience. Stretch your chest up through your chest. Und come down, kids. Okay, now that I've broken your hands, just remember all those colorized videos of Golden Gate Park in about 1967, and everybody's doing this, and they're way too happy doing this. What's wrong with those people? They're on drugs. Drugs peel open the door of perception, and then reality slams it shut. Or as Carl Jung used to say back in the day, beware of unearned competence. Inhale up. Lace pause. Push up. In other words, the longest distance between 2 points is a shortcut. Good, and now waddle on your waddle. Oh, stretching and retching with Gretchen, just going side to side, coaxing a little happiness in. Good, turn right, left hand, right knee, and go screw yourself to the right. Relax your shoulders. Bendy bears, right arm can go behind your back and grab your left shin. Feel your inner body. Yogis say we have a causal, an astral, and a physical body. But if we're only aware of the physical one, the other two are pretty much unavailable. Inhale here and release. Up you go. And turn left, right hand, left knee. Can you feel as though you're turning each vertebra rather than just depending upon one or two? All right, and come out of that. Inhale up for an Om together. And we're always working gently on extending our oming and increasing our capacity to exhale. So palms up here. Inhale together, same breath. Peace, be still. Okay, extend legs out. Show me your feet, feet inspection, stretch your toes open, break your socks. Now bend your knees about 2-3 inches. Take your thumbs into your tensor fascia lattes. No, we're not at Starbucks. Dig in with your knees bent. Do you feel how that increases the hip crease and perhaps cultivates a slightly longer experience of spine? Okay, then put your knuckles on top of your head, still with your knees bent. Kind of pretend your knees are strapped together and the irritating yoga teacher comes by and cinches the strap. Then you'll begin to feel your tensor fascia lattes cramp. You'll silently curse the teacher. Inhale. Exhale, fiercely straighten legs and push. Sit straight like my 8th grade algebra teacher used to scream at the students, thus ruining my mathematics career for the rest of my life. Do I hold an ongoing bitter resentment against that guy? Yes, but I'm willing to forgive. Sit tall. We've all been influenced by maniacs to some degree, and that's the human condition, I guess. Resentment is the poison we drink in our effort to injure others. Palms down, feet in, bottoms up. Make your bottom your top. Okay, and then the thing I've been kind of looking forward to, first you have to come down. Right ankle over your left. We're going to work on these beautiful feet a little bit. Crack your right toes. Ah, Jesus. All right, then splay them open. Twist and giggle them a little bit. Get any gunk out. You're so gross, Greg. Now, this is the thing. You got to feed these 4 left fingers all the way in there. If you're wearing socks, take them off. Get all the way in there. Now, like an eagle who's got talent, grab your right shin and crank a doodle dandy. Explore your range of motion and your range of emotion. Now, remember, our feet understand us, and so stiff, petrified, crunchy, dead feet, there's not a lot of understanding. Other way. Okay, now we're going to open up the channel between our left brain and our right brain. Squeeze your right toes into your left fingers. Stretch open and splay your left toes, super lots, and the sound of one hand praying with your right hand at your heart. Drop your chin, and please find the center between squeezing and opening, between crunching and releasing, between stiram and sukham. Be the center of the merry-go-round. We can either be at the periphery of the merry-go-round on the bouncing ponies and the crazy calliope music and Sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down on a merry-go-round. Find the center. Good. Now say it out loud with the power of the group. We are calm and peaceful souls. And damn it, we mean it. We are calm, peaceful souls. Good. Now place your palm on top of your heart. Soothe your heart. Keep squeezing and splaying. There's a center that's inexhaustibly present, but apparently easily forgotten. In recovery, we say we have a built-in forgetterer, but we have a deeper built-in rememberer. Good. Okay, extract from that. The only contraindication of this pose is you might get a scorching case of athlete's hand. I bet you've never heard that before. Ha ha. It's so great to hang out with your friends on Sunday and go left and right like a palm tree. It's a palm tree because your palms are going left and right, and you're doing internal and out turtle rotation. And this is where you kind of go transpersonal. You realize there's a place where we all connect on the inside. Good. Now grab thy elbows. Stretch it out. Maybe my Puss in Boots will make a big visit today. She's rallying a bit. We're taking it one cat day at a time. I opened the door. She said sunbeams, and she went out and made an immediate screeching U-turn because it's 38 degrees outside. Good. Now bring your arms down. Reach out for big hugs without drugs. Now please to wrap your right arm under. Straight jacket pose. Wrap up your arms. Ups and downs with your elbows, left and right. Left and right, up and down. That pretty much covers it. Okay, then that wonderful feeling of taking your elbows and your left shoulder all the way over to the right, taking your face all the way to the left, tilting your head to the left, dropping your chin down. Hold the baby. Imagine holding your inner child, your 2 or 3-year-old self that was maybe didn't have all the protection in the world. Imagine holding that baby in safety. Beauteous Maximus, and then back to the center. I don't know where I was the other day, but I found this this yoga block. We used to sell them at the yoga studio. It's called the Titan block. It's absurd. It's preposterous. It's ridiculous. If there's ever an apocalypse, you could actually eat this and put a sufficient size block down so that you can rest your forehead down. Now, many people vote for this as like one of the best poses of the week, but only if you get a nice balance between your head and your booty. And if the balance is sufficient, grab your right wrist with your left hand behind your back. And I would like to invite you to feel the feeling of your physical body dropping away, leaving your causal and astral bodies present. There's gold in them thar hills. It's amazing where humans will go to find gold. Anywhere but the inside, of course. Okay, arise up, my beauties. Okay, and before we do the other side, let's do Anjali Mudra. Such a beautiful thing to do. I'm not going to mirror you. Please take your real, boy, I can't even, this is my, put your right hand there. Boy, I hope I never have to do a drunk test again. I would fail miserably, except I would be sober. Good now. Right arm, left arm. If you haven't watched the movie The Man with Two Brains with Steve Martin, he goes to Germany for some reason and gets pulled over for driving too fast by a German police officer who puts him through an increasing series of unbelievably, incredibly difficult movements, including a gymnastics run that concludes with a double backflip, which he does. And then Steve Martin says, "Damn, your drunk tests are hard." Okay, but I always digress. Take your left hand into your heart, make an okay symbol with your right hand, curve it around, make a little tent, drop your chin, and feel the feeling of your hands tugging on your heartstrings. Damn, your drunk tests are hard. We are calm, peaceful souls. We know how to find the center of the merry-go-round. If you can't find it, sometimes you're going to be up, sometimes you're going to be down. There's always going to be a pony in front of you. There's always going to be one sniffing up from behind. And when the ride is over, you've gone nowhere. All right, relax your mitts. Good job on that one. Stand righty leg out. In fact, extend both of them out, coagulate them. Okie doke. This is where the elite meet to work on their cute little pink feet. Left ankle over, right shin under. Crack your toes east of Java. 1, 2. Ah. Okay, now stretch them open. Now, as you get older, if you're one of the people who's getting older, your feet kind of, well, I don't know, they just seem further away. They're like distant relatives that live in Cleveland, and God only knows what's happening with them. So wiggle your toes, get the junk out from in between. Now, I've got good and bad news. If you're right-handed, it's bad news. If you're left-handed, it's good news. But it's either going to be easier or harder to get these fingers into these toes. For me, it's easier because your fingers are smaller on this side. Okay, eagles, talently grab your left shin and crank a doodle dandy. What is it about this Sunday class with your friends? Why is it so peculiarly enjoyable to do sequences of ritual movements? Because anytime 2 or more are gathered, miracles happen. Take it around. Plus, you're opening up your chakras, you're getting your joints open. It's good stuff, man. Okay, now we're gonna stretch open our corpus callosum, the stalky serial port that connects our brain. So super squeeze left toes into right fingers, pretty hard, but don't snap your fingers. Splay your right toes open, splay them, squeeze, splay. The sound of one hand praying at your heart. Drop your chin and be the center. Be the eye of the hurricane. the middle of the maelstrom, the calm in the middle of the storm. Because you got something going on in your life right now, don't you? Something is going on. You got an alligator coming up this leg, somebody's sick, somebody's in trouble. There's something going on. There always is there not? Find the center. Then you'll be of greatest resource to those who need you, and you'll find the peace that you need. Resolve back into the ocean, you silly wave. Keep squeezing, keep splaying. Good. Now relax all of that. Extract hand out. Inhale. Grab elbows the other weird feeling way. Work them side to side. 1 hour a week, 168th of your week, every Sunday, you will accelerate up the ladder of consciousness so much faster than you would otherwise. And most importantly, way faster than everybody else. Ha! It's so good to be above the fray. Arms out. Big open palms. Minnie Mouse wristwatch. 220, 440, side to side like breezy palm trees. Good, and then wrap lefty under, fold them up, ups and downs, left and rights. How about circles today? How about take your elbows around in a circle? I like circles because they're circular. Other way. Ooh, oh boy, that gets some, that's that thing that happened in the 7th grade. We all had that thing that happened in the 7th grade. We've been on the couch over it for 40 years. It's all going to go away today because now elbows left, right shoulder left, face to the right, chin drops, head tilts. And now wear your protective, motherly Madonna countenance, the disposition of grace, of mercy. Calm is cultivated, peace is practiced, serenity is earned. Good. Back to the center. Release. Om together. So it's high noon with your fingers touching about 2 inches below eye level. Slightly separate your fingertips and you'll see the optical illusion of 2 hot dogs floating in front of you, which reminds me of the time when we go to the Zen hot dog purveyor and we say, "Make me one with everything." Okay, and then whatever size blockage you have for resting your forehead, find a perfect, and I'm serious as I get, find a nice, perfect balance between head and hips so that your body becomes transparent to your experience. Grab your left wrist with your right hand because, oh my God, the stuff that does for you at levels we don't understand. It's called mudra. All of our problems, worries, cares, dilemmas, developing situations, they're all movements of our mind. When the movement of the mind is quelled, the problem by nature disappears. When the usual strategy is beat on the surface of the water to make it calm down. Next inhale, come on up. So I do have a spiritual promise for you, and that is, as the result of finding calm and stilling the movement of the mind, whatever the problem or dilemma is that you're struggling with right now, because we all have something, it will, to some degree, it will abate, dissipate, lessen. The dove will have alighted in your consciousness. That's not a Greg promise, that's a big promise. Okay, now we'll do a restorative twist together because we've done enough of the other. So this is the one. This is the one where you put the bolster out in front of you, thus. If you don't have a bolster, blankets, pillows. If you don't have a bolster, you can come to my house and I'll give you a bolster. All right. It's a pretty good deal. So the bolster's in front, pat it a little bit, kind of smooth it out, make sure it's all smooth. Get all the cat food off of it from feeding your cats 68 different types of cat food, none of which they'll eat over the last month. Now, but I've been eating what she doesn't, and my coat is shiny. Now, bring your right hip into your bolster, right hand on the bolster. Take your knees and ankles around behind you. Cross your ankles. This is mermaid position. Push into the bolster and lean back. Look behind you. Your feet are supposed to be behind you. Then look forward, high. Push into the bolster, lean back. That's already a stretch, isn't it? Yeah, right here. It's this thing. Now, take your right hand over to the right. Left hand remains on bolster. More turnage has happened. Aim your belly button, sternum, chest, manubrium down. Come down slowly. And at the conclusion, right ear, and put your arms wherever they feel most comfortable. And we'll do this one for about, minute and a half. You'll go through the various layers of your being. In technical term, this should feel good. Should feel good. Relax more in the delicious pose. Let's let our spiritual intellect remember that by the reduction or the release of resistance, by the simple letting go of tension and resistance, we open that valve of goodness, of understanding, of solution. Imagine, if you will, you have a piñata of blessings, of goodness, of revelations, of epiphanies, of wonderful new life circumstances. There's a piñata, and it's holding so much that the only thing that's keep it from opening is our own tension, is our own resistance, is our own doubt, cynicism, disbelief, negativity. And when that relaxes, that sucker is just going to open up. Blessings will chase you down and tackle you, it says in the scripture. It says something like that. Okay, big deep inhale. Big outhale. Jellydonuts.com. Come up, kids, nice and slow. I could have done that for the rest of the day. And in fact, after class, that might be. No, I got things to do, but not yet. So back to square one. Smooth out your bolster. Get any drool off of it. Cat food. You need any cat food? I got stuff. I got stuff. Now spin to the right. So your left greater trochanter, the bony thingy, goes into the side of the bolster. Left hand on the bolster. Pat, pat, buttercats. Good. Now fold your knees and ankles around behind you. Cross your ankles like mermaids. And push into the bolster. Lean back. Close your eyes. Be unusually happy for no reason. Good. Now left hand over here. Twist the centermost part. And come down slow. And arrive on left ear. Ooh. Oh. If you're a flexible person, you'll love this one. If you're stiff as a boiled owl, you'll like this one. So one of our biggest forms of resistance in our life is that we're always opposing gravity. From the moment you're born to the moment you leave Earth plane, gravity is always there, but you don't have to fight it for a moment. You can agree with it, align with it. We have this inner buoyancy, this inner springiness and resilience, and it's always in there. It's never defeated or eliminated. And in the calm and the peace, it reappears like a buoy, floats to the surface. Now, young people are gifted with endless springiness and resilience, but it's not the exclusive domain of the young. Big inhale. Exhale. And push out slowly, friends. careful exit strategy of twisty twist. And I invite you onto your back for 5 minutes of blissful, peaceful, blanket burying nothingness. I will join you. You did good. Now we're going to integrate, assimilate all that wisdom, love, and light that came in. And all you have to do to get it is nothing. Okay, relax even more, but gently start to come back to your breath. And this is that ritual time on Sunday where if you'd like to open your heart, mind, soul, and body, invite in God, love, source, spirit, being. If you'd like. It's something we can always do more of, incorporate more of, collaborate more with, co-create more. And if you prayed that invitation, wiggle your fingers and toes, circulate extra super feel goods through yourself. Slowly curl onto your right side. Take your time. And then keeping your eyes closed, we'll sit up together. It'll be the end of class, but the beginning of the rest of our lives together. Look out for cats when you're sitting up. And we'll draw hands into heart, chins will drop. And let's feel holy, sacred, and reverent together. Together. And all together, the super mighty Sunday yogis, we all say, Nama Sunday. Oh, all right. Thank you for enabling me to do my thing. It's great to see my friends. Let's say hello via Pixelations. Tell all of your friends to come on Sunday. And I see Sister Kate, who's great, who's never late. Good to see you. Hi there. How are Sacramento trees doing? Good. Thumbs up. Yes. Laura Ham from Two Angles. Yay. Hi. With cats. Cats that are brats. Oh, kiss cats on head, because that's what we do. No, you don't have to. I'm sorry. There you go. Sorry. Oh, that's a lot of cat right there. Nice to see that cat. Karen. Hi, dear Karen. Nice to see you, sweetie pie. Excellent. Good to see you. I'll see you next week. Gita, I'll see you next week too, sweetie. Great to see you. It's a beautiful color on you. Hearts, make hearts. And Zoom user, Zoom user. I use a lot of Zoom, maybe too much. All right. Who loves you, kids? Get out there and frolic, but make sure you wear warm mittens and soft kittens. Have a beautiful day. I appreciate you. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.